All right, let's finish this.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, y'all.
The end is nigh.
Hopefully.
Well, unless you want to get more stamps.
I mean, who doesn't love stamps? But I want to get back onto. I mean, not back onto, but I want to start Lunar. If that is the next game we are settled on.
Yes.
Because I mean, we both know that's a great game. So, like, we need a palate cleanser.
And from what I remember, it's a very long game. Like I think at least 60 hours.
Yeah, I'm good for a long haul with a good game.
At our most recent cadence, it'll probably take us through 2023 to finish it.
Nah, I think the 2023 is the year of the Nerdle.
That's when it happens.
Yeah. You gotta love a whistle in your music.
Perfect.
Actually, it kind of reminds me of music from Mario RPG.
Oh yeah.
There was a whistle a lot of times in that music. Stamp of books.
Hey, bunch of stuff on that board. Sounds fantastic. Oh, the clock tower is fixed. Did I just notice that?
Hooray! I just noticed it too, so it must have.
I think it
must have been pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that guy that was laying in the dirt all the time not there anymore?
I think he's not laying anymore.
Yeah, maybe
He's
got his life together.
He's standing next to the clock tower.
Spicy tea? That sounds like it might be actually kind of good. In the right flavor.
I finally finished Horizon Dawn today.
Oh, Zero Dawn?
Forbidden West.
Forbidden. Oh, yeah.
I was
good.
basically right at the end anyway, so it was maybe like an extra hour of gameplay. It's like, that's it. There's still countless amounts of stuff to do in the game in classic Horizon fashion.
Seems like it. But is it a good plot, do you think?
It's good. There's like a bit of a curveball at the end, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of sets it up for like at least one more game.
Excellent. I heard that they're doing a some sort of VR version of like an offshoot for Horizon.
Oh, interesting.
Where you're like some dude, just in one of the clans that you meet.
Mm-hmm.
And so, VR.
It's kind of cool. Like
I imagine that it's ungodly hard.
I kind of wonder. I did like PlayStation 4's VR, and especially some of the more immersive ones. That was a lot of fun. So I kind of have high hopes for PS5s.
It's supposed to be more impressive than the Quest 2, and that thing's pretty badass. So it's like, well, fuck, awesome.
Do you have the Quest 2?
Probably. Yeah, I have the Quest 2. I've had it for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
I told you when I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing the Red Line.
Nice.
I also saw that they're doing a Resident Evil remaster, like re-release for PS5. It says that it's supposed to. I can see it that it has graphical upgrades and stuff, but it also says that there's like a retelling of the plot. So I imagine that they're switching things around a little bit. Maybe in the style of like Final Fantasy VII remaster.
Interesting. So no more tank controls?
Well, in 4 there wasn't tank controls anymore.
But you said, is this going to be like Resident Evil 1, right?
No, it's Resident Evil 4 they're remaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Interestingly, though, I did start a new game in that old re-release of a remaster of Resident Evil that came out originally for like GameCube, but I had bought it on the PlayStation Network like years ago. That game lets you do tank controls or not tank controls.
Oh, interesting.
Because like if you use the D-pad, it's tank controls, but if you use the thumbstick, you can run whatever you want.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's fixed, I guess.
Fixed.
I don't remember. Well, actually, I wouldn't know because I didn't play the original Resident Evil. I only started with 2. But I wonder if the remaster that I was just playing has any plot movements around. You know, like they shuffle some stuff around. You played both, right? You don't remember any differences?
I don't.
The only stuff I can remember, like features or whatever, was that like you didn't have to deal with that like door opening animation load screen.
Yes.
You just go through the door. Same with stairs and stuff. I kind of liked it though. It was a fun way of having a load screen. Yeah. Made it creepier. I just fought a dragon in the God of War remake. A reboot, that is.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty awesome. Starting to feel decently far into it. I've got lightning arrows now, and I've got light arrows now. So that's good, and I've got a couple. I'm on level 3 now of my stats. So it feels like there's a good amount of game left. I still haven't gotten the Kratos chain whippy things, chain swords. I still only have the axe, but with the boy, I've got more arrows and stuff. But the dragon fight was super cool. He just straight up just kills a dragon with his bare hands, and it's like, well, with the aid of a crane as well. But
the boy doesn't help you.
Well, the boy helps you by lowering the crane at the right time. But for the most part, he's out of that fight. He's like, stay back. I got this. But it's one of those typical giant boss fight type situations where it's like a head in the middle and then 2 claws, and then it's like really Telegraph City pretty much. It's kind of sad that like that's kind of like the corner you're backed into if you want to have a boss like that.
Oh, like
it seems like anyway.
What it can possibly do.
Yeah, like the way that you fight it. There's always those moves that like get slammed hand on the ground and it leaves it there for like 30 seconds for you to bash it. You know, like it's kind of the same as every other giant boss I've ever fought. But it was still good. It's really cool to watch. It would be fun to see a boss fight that doesn't operate that way. Kind of an original way of doing a really giant boss.
Oh, you need a really giant area where you can fight it.
Yeah. I feel like Devil May Cry kind of ruined that type of boss for me. Beep beep. Listen. It's disgusting. Give me more. Oh no, we ate the tobacco.
Stamp. Nice.
Woohoo!
Yay.
And now that I fought the dragon, that's when I got the lightning arrows, and those lightning arrows will unlock paths. Like you have to shoot certain like weird like crystals that are making a barrier that you can't pass by
similar to
until
this
you get the. Yeah, it's pretty simple, honestly. Like you know the formula of this as you play it. You're like, oh, I see what's happening. It's like sort of sandbox, but not really, because it's like you can go wherever you want, but there's barriers everywhere that you can't, get past until a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a big area that makes it feel like it's open, but it's not.
Oh, can you look up what the max level in this game is?
Like experience point type levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, dang it. Max level. Looks like 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, looks like 50.
50?
You're what, like 20-ish?
I think 30.
Oh, okay. It looks like it's saying that or it looked like at quick glance, it looked like at the end of the game, there's like 10 more levels to grab if you want them. You have to like, you can, they're just like available. Most people, it seems like they finished the game at around 40.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. So there's quite a bit. Because I'm only on like 31.
Hmm. Did you say that you've seen the Orville, or you haven't?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay, good. Yeah, I've been watching it more recently.
It's, like done, right? There's no new episodes?
Oh, I'm still on season 1, so I wouldn't know, but I think it is done. I don't know. Oh wait, wasn't there a spin-off series or like a second generation type, next generation type thing, like Horizon, or New Horizons or something like that? Let me look.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll find out. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's called the Orville, also known as Orville New Horizons.
Oh, okay.
I guess it just has 2 titles. Oh, no. Okay, so it says a 3rd season began on Hulu, Disney Plus, June this year.
Okay.
It called The Orville New Horizons. It sounds like they can't decide on calling it a season 3 or a new show. But either way, that's good. That means it's not done yet, I hope.
Still going. Perfect.
I just watched the episode where the Mercer and the pilot guy, I forget his name, where have like Krill holograph disguises.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
It's like one of the first episodes. Well, not first, but like one of the first set 5 or 6. Yeah, they infiltrate a Krill ship, and they were going to just try and get information on their Bible, because they're like the only like religious technologically advanced society like left, apparently. Because like they say, like for like every civilized like culture that it's on our level of technology, they abandoned religion. They don't need it no more. But not the Krill. So yeah, they go to try and like take pictures of its Bible so that they can like have a better understanding of how to talk peace. But then they find out that they're building a bomb on that ship that is going to kill like 10,000 innocent people. And so they're like, oh fuck, we have to kill everyone on this ship instead of make peace. Damn it. And there's of course some drama with that, but yeah, it's good. They're funny. They figure out that like Krill come from a really dark home world, so that they rig the lights to like emit a bunch of ultraviolet light that they will just get a sunburn, but they'll like burst into flames.
Oh.
And that's what they do. And when they realize that the pilot guy is like, dude, we're vampire hunters. They're space vampires.
Space vampires. I have to check out the 3rd season. I don't think I've seen that yet.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, go for it. Stupid sloshing water. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get back to punchies. Or slashes with the old hiking sickle, whatever that shit is.
Climbing axe.
Climbing axe, thank you. Kanga does not cry. Boop, boop, boop. This plot is irrelevant to me. I don't care about your feelings. Did you ever play the game Fable?
Mm-mm.
Any of them?
It's a Xbox only, right?
Yeah, I think it actually was. Well, actually, I think you could have played it on the Windows, but I know that some of the other Fable games came out for Windows. Mm. Oh yeah, that's right. I have played it for Windows. You can, but it came out for Xbox, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good game.
How many are there?
It's a lot of. I think there's like 3 or 4, but I liked the first one a lot, and then I tried the second one, and it wasn't as good at all. Oh. So I just kind of like, never mind. I think Danny Elfman had the music credit for that first game. Did you update your Mac to Ventura?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, lucky.
Why? Do bad things happen?
I mean, it's not the worst, but there is problems.
Don't do it.
Well, I heard that Stage Manager was really awesome, and I mean, it's cool, but I don't hate it. I think it's good. It's very useful, but there's like USB problems now.
Oh. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I can't connect my Rocksmith USB connector anymore. It just like fucked out. And also because it connects through Android, I can't connect any Android device. But my Quest, which I sometimes move files around on, I can't do that anymore because it can't connect to the laptop. Because it connects through the Android Connect app or whatever it's called. And it's like, nope, I don't see nothing.
Bad.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the 13.1 release. Hopefully it fixes it. But not all USB devices don't work. I mean, do work. Don't work, whatever. Like, I'm using the microphone, and that's attached to the hub.
Thankfully, that works.
And yeah, I can still use my SSD. Shiva. Oh, I knew it.
No, you didn't.
You.
Oh my god, is that a... Oh no, that's just like wood that's tied. So you see that scaffolding that's behind Guru?
Uh-huh.
At the top, like where there's that platform, kind of the first level of the scaffolding, I thought the things on either ends were just like bodies laying there. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
I was like, that's horrifying. What is that? But
what the fuck?
That's just wood.
Also, it kind of looks like a giant chair.
Oh, it does look like a giant chair.
How's the you said the Porsche had some problems? I forget.
The Mercedes.
Mercedes, okay.
So
How'd that go?
Oh, it's still broken. The part is making its way to Canada.
Oh, okay.
So,
didn't you say it would only be a few days?
Slightly longer than that.
So, well, whatever.
Might get delivered there tomorrow or Tuesday. And then probably a few more days to hear back from them if they're able to fix it.
Excellent.
Hopefully they can. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass.
Misjudge that crappy old man. So I bought all these like jars they're full of candies, but like they're like nerdy things. And like I don't eat a lot of candy. Like I'm trying to get through these things, but there's like a million little friggin' candy things in here, and oh shit. And I want to like put the other shit in this. It's taking forever.
I definitely don't have a problem eating candies. I would destroy that in like a day. Yeah, no, basically yes.
So I've got that and the Game Boy. It's full of little D-pads.
Oh, that's super cool.
And I got a Dragon Ball around here somewhere too. Like I made sure to get the 4-star ball for Team 4-star. There it is. Ball. Wing.
That's awesome.
What are these candies? Oh yeah, they're like little red star things. I think it's kind of like nerds, or like actually more like runts.
Okay.
I actually do like runts, but I don't know. I just don't crave little hard candy things like that anymore. If I have a bag of Reese's, though, forget about it. I'm on it. Boom, 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 boom. Like Dr. Giro.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite jokes in DBZA is when he wakes up the androids and they're like, wait a minute, are you an android? How'd you do that? And he's like, I took my brain out and put it in his body. And they're like, how? And he's like, oh, how did I do that? Because it's like, what the fuck? How did you do that? Who did that for you? Did like you wake up Ader to do the surgery? I started watching the universe tournament at the end of Super.
Mm-hmm.
I just skipped to it because I didn't really want to watch all the other stuff. I wasn't a big fan of the beginning of the plot like line of stuff, like new characters and such. I'm like, yeah, I'll just watch the fights.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I'm like I'm building up to the big one with Goku and Jiren.
Mm.
He just fought Califla, whatever the two lesbos together. No, they're sisters. That's right. But they've got that energy. You know it. They're out now.
They were pretty cool characters. I hope they bring them back.
Mm-hmm. They were fun to watch fight and like just like Jesus, slow down. You're advancing too fast. It is funny to me though, like the show used to be about like Super Saiyan was like really hard to do and like no one gets it but like Goku and okay eventually the rest of them, but like now it's like every single Saiyan can do it. It was supposed to be legendary.
Not so legendary anymore.
Yeah, now it's like the town bike. Everyone gets a turn. And I think Toriyama was just like, fuck it. They don't have tails anymore.
He probably forgot.
It's like every one of them. I don't know. Let's be something to look up. Like, did he forget or did he decide, fuck this, I don't want to draw tails anymore? Wait, didn't they have tails in the Broly movie, the new one? I think they did.
Oh, maybe they did. Yeah.
But none of the Saiyans in the universe tournament seem to have any.
Hmm. Why do we have to keep
Go build something.
Why is there gears on the
Can't
floor?
have a game without a clock. It's just an extra one.
It's a spare?
In case one breaks. Can't have a game without a big clock tower, though, huh? It does make me want to play Castlevania. I tried to do Castlevania Symphony of the Night a little while back to stream it, but I was using my PC, and I don't know if it was the emulation or the the quality of my computer, but it was having like audio issues and stuff. So I was like, fuck this isn't working. But I think on the Mac it doesn't have any. I tried playing a little bit of it and I didn't detect any, but I didn't try streaming at the same time, so I don't know if that has an effect on it.
Your Mac should be able to handle both.
Yeah. But also I kind of want to do Zelda 2. Link's Adventure. I've only actually beat that game like once. It's pretty hard at the end.
In Symphony of the Night, what was it that you had to do to get to the upside down castle? Like you have to not kill what's his name, but like you needed something to not kill him, right?
I don't remember about not killing somebody, but you do need like some like sunglasses. I think there's like a certain. It's definitely a certain item
needed, like,
that you need to
item.
Beat the boss with it or something like that. And I don't know if it kills him or not. I can't remember how that goes, but like it's definitely a certain item that you need to have before you beat the game, because otherwise you just win.
Yeah, well, I think you get some bad ending or something like that, or like not the real ending.
Isn't it? Isn't it Shaft that you fight? Isn't that his name? Or is it some other game?
No, you fight like Simon Belmont, like one of those guys.
What? You do?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
I don't know if it's Belmont. There's like tons of them. It's hard to keep track over the ages how many of them there are.
Yeah, Alzheimer's is set in.
No,
I remember you.
Belmont, Victor, or whatever, and sure, there's like other ones.
Victor, Trevor,
See, there
Simon.
Simon.
There's what's that one from Lament of Innocence? I can't remember that one's name. It was something like Femi, though. Can't remember.
I have a hard time keeping the Belmonts straight. Yeah, go look it up. Are you checking it?
I am, yeah.
There's also a cool trick to keep all of Alucard's gear. Like, you know how Death strips it from you?
At the very beginning of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get past that room due to a glitch.
No, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep all your shit. You're just OP the whole game.
Yep.
Sick. I did not know about that. That's cool.
Yeah, you have to like debuff Alucard. Like, you know when if you get hit very hard, he kind of flies across the room.
Yes.
So you have to make him very, very weak, and you do something, like I think you put your stats into something else or like whatever, and you get hit by one of the wolves or like whatever in that room, and then that causes you to fly across the room, but like you don't hit a wall, you just fly through the door, and then you fly past the room where Death is, and then you hit another wall, and then like you never trigger the death sequence.
Sick.
That's
really funny.
Yeah.
I wish I had known about that. I would have had fun with that one. Okay, so I found there's 4 different endings.
Oh, okay. I thought there were just 2.
Okay, yeah, you do. You have to fight Richter. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
So worst
and like
ending, defeat Richter.
if you kill him,
Oh, go ahead.
you get like the bad ending, or like you don't go to the upside down
Yeah,
castle.
yeah, that's labeled as worst ending.
Hmm.
The next worst is defeat Richter while wearing the holy glasses. And I don't know what that does. I guess that's what.
Wait, that's what you needed. I think you needed the holy glasses because you have to like. It was something for like Richter to like recognize who you are or something like that.
But that wouldn't make
Or
sense
to
because that's the ending of the
who
game.
Richter is.
Hang on. Okay, here. How to unlock the second castle. You can beat the game as soon as possible as soon as you obtain the Soul of Bat. That's the transformation thing, I think.
Yeah.
But if you want to unlock the second castle to see the true ending, then you'll have to put in considerably more effort. So you got to do a bunch of shit. Okay, so obtain the silver ring, obtain the gold ring, go to the clock room in the marble gallery and equip both rings to open the path to the holy glasses. Equip the holy glasses to confront Richter, then attack the orb that floats above his head till he breaks. Once the orb is defeated, the path to the second castle will open. You have to collect 5 of Dracula's body parts to unlock the final battle to the center of the castle. Okay. So it's like a bit of a scavenger hunt, but it works. Yeah. That's cool.
There was also some other glitch. This I never did. I think I saw it on like YouTube, where there's some kind of funky shield, and you can also do some other weird hackery with Alucard's stats, where the game gets in like a bad state, where you basically have this shield that I think its property is that it heals you for how much damage would have been inflicted on you, or something like that.
If you were to block with it?
Yeah. But then due to this glitch, it also causes like immeasurable amounts of damage per second. So it'll actually kill Dracula in like 5 seconds.
Holy shit. So how does it hurt the other enemy though? It just does?
I think the game's confused, or like something goes wrong. So like you basically can't die, and like if you just touch an enemy with the shield, like they just die immediately.
Poison shield. Cool.
I don't remember what went into that glitch, but it was. I think you had to do other glitches beforehand to be able to trigger it.
Oh, really? It's one of those long chain glitches. I didn't know of any glitches for that game. I mean, I'm sure there's glitches for every one of them, but I didn't know about that one. Or any of them.
It has a bunch of like sequence break stuff. Where like you can do bat thing and then the mist thing and the wolf thing to like get to like weird areas that you normally wouldn't be able to reach.
I never find that kind of stuff on my own usually. Very rarely I think do I accidentally stumble on something weird like that.
So those I've also only seen videos of it, and a lot of them seem like it doesn't seem very easy to do. At least not the first time around.
Right. They're really like, it's like you wouldn't think to do this kind of thing, so it's like not really a possibility to accidentally do. You have to like be fucking with the game.
Well, because a lot of them involve kind of like getting hit or something like that to cause you to like move in a particular direction and then like doing something.
One time, the one unexplainable glitch I can think of is like from when I was really little. I remember I turned on Zelda 2 at one point, and my save files were all weird. They were totally wrong, and I had all the items. Like I hadn't like played the game that far yet. I didn't even like know what all those items were and all. It was there.
And everything worked?
Yeah, it all worked. I was able to play the game just fine with it, but I wasn't able to beat the game or anything because I didn't know where to go, or like I wasn't a good enough gamer to get through the gauntlet that you have to go through to even get to the last castle.
Oh, that's
So like
fascinating.
I was, yeah, and I don't know at all how it happened. It was just I just turned it on like normal. Maybe it's like a weird glitch with like some of the first save file type stuff. Like it was one of the first cartridges to have a save feature.
Some of those glitches were super fun. Like the Secret of Mana glitch. Like that thing is just insane.
I don't know that one.
How you can get the permanent mana sword. Like it basically involves like you have to be at the end of the game. You have to save at a particular saves point. And I think there's like maybe a few more extra steps, and then you do like that common LR select start, like soft reboot. And you start a new game, and then I think like you do something, then you reload your save file, and it's in a confused state, and it basically loads you where you were in the new game. You beat that section, and it essentially lets you have like the mana sword, which you normally wouldn't be able to have.
Fully charged.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where did you learn of that glitch that you do in Super Metroid, the one where you like select and deselect things until shit's weird? It's like you have everything equipped at once, right? I can't even remember what the glitch does.
Yeah. So that was with your beams. So being able to select all the beams together.
Oh.
I don't remember how I learned of that one. It must have been online. Because you
cheat CC.
So something like that. You do have to do kind of. It's not particularly difficult, but it's not like a motion you would normally do.
It's like you just select and deselect things in a certain order, right?
Sort of, but I think you have to be like moving from left to right, or like selecting, deselecting things on like both sides of the diagram for like Samus for what she has equipped, and then it sort of triggers it. But I think it freezes the game.
Like when you go to the next room or something like that?
I don't know, like I remember it had something, it made the game very unstable, or like it had high potential for crashing it.
It was at this point the game became confused and scared.
Yeah. It was at this point I went totally insane.
I should make that my background one of these days. Who's that random child on your screen? He's crazy.
Just that floating head. Demon Souls has a ton of like weird glitches. I know you were interested in that game.
I think before I get into that, I'd probably just go straight to Elden Ring, but yeah. Or Dark Souls I'm talking about, actually.
Oh, yeah, Dark Souls.
What's Demon Souls? Okay.
Dark Souls.
Okay. Because I think there is a Demon Souls, and it's, like, closely related, I think? I don't know. I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. Did you see there's coming out with a Street Fighter 6? It looks really weird.
Oh?
It looks like there's like an open world kind of deal.
What?
I don't get it. Yeah. Also, it kind of looks like shit.
Oh no.
I mean, like, you can tell it, like, they put a lot of work into the style and graphics of it, but it's ugly.
Sorry, when you said a Street Fighter in open world, it made me think of that episode of one of the episodes, maybe multiples, of Angry Video Game Nerd, where he's talking about either Streets of Rage or Double Dragon, and how you basically just get your ass handed to you. It was like, yeah, if you just went outside and started fighting people.
Yeah, you couldn't get that far. I think you're thinking of the old Double Dragon 3 episode. That's like one of his oldest ones.
It's like, ass handed to you.
It's such a hard game, is why he's like it. It's like, it's very realistic though. I mean, because like if you try to fight this many people, you get your ass handed to you. Because in that game, you don't get any health replenishment. You just like switch characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking ridiculous. I started reading that book.
Oh, nice.
It's automatic. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really funny because like he writes in the exact same way that he speaks. But I mean that's kind of normal, I think, or to be expected, I would say, because I mean he writes his own scripts, so he knows how he writes like he talks, I guess, or he speaks his scripts like he writes them, I guess. I don't know. I can hear his voice as I'm reading is what I mean to say.
So
kind of like the Hunter S. Thompson book.
When he first started doing the angry video game nerd stuff, he would sell that. It would be on like VHS, right? And like you could buy it, because it was definitely pre YouTube.
It seems like he definitely made, at least for himself, a Cinemassacre collection of like he called it video game reviews by Cinemassacre Presents or something like that. So I know that they originally existed on VHS. They were recorded straight to VHS, but I don't think they were distributed. I don't know if they were. Maybe like to his friends, like to Mike Matei and people like that. Because it looked like I saw a copy of the tapes at one point. I don't remember what video it was in, and it looked like he made it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like real, like not rinky dink, but this is handmade. And then Mike Matei is like, hey, we need to put these online because it's awesome, and that's it.
Oh yeah, and what happened to him?
He's still online. He's still online doing live streams.
Mm-hmm.
He started showing up a little bit more in Cinemassacre videos, but not much. So who knows? Maybe he's getting back into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read far enough into the book to get to any of that stuff, which I don't know if he's gonna, really go into. Who knows? I'm sure Mike Matei wouldn't be too happy to have his dirty laundry aired out in someone else's book. They're friends, I guess.
Yeah,
it's probably something to keep in consideration.
Check with them beforehand.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, bro, gotta make the bucks.
It's not really a tell-all of Cinemassacre or something like that.
No, it's more of an autobiography of his life. Which, I mean, it involves Cinemassacre. If it was, the right person, I guess, he probably would talk about stuff like that. But it doesn't seem like James would. So we'll find out. Did you see that he finally did a Doom episode?
Yes.
Finally, I'm like, when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck took him so long to do a Doom episode? It's one of the games that he references most often. He checked off a couple boxes recently too, because like that Doom episode and the Contra episode, I was like, yeah, finally. Like that was a long time coming.
The Contra episode was really good.
It was really good. It made me laugh so much. Like I was actually like like laughing very loud over the. He's like talking about it and talking about it. And he's like, "Eh, you know what? This game pisses me off. It's so good." And I'm like, yeah, goddamn right. I fucking agree. So good. There's nothing wrong with it. Da-da. Wasn't he wearing blue before?
It's probably a different dude.
Oh. Maybe his blue got soaked in blood.
Busy murdering.
Have you been watching the director commentary stuff on the Dragon Ball Z stuff? Dragon Ball Z Abridged? Oh, you know about it?
Just from you.
Oh, well, they're all the way up to the Frieza fight.
Wait, but that's the fan commentary, right?
No, it's the directors of the show talking about how they, their process of making it and what was going on at the time.
Okay, so no, I definitely don't know about this one.
Okay, yeah. It's on the other channel that they have, 4-Star Bento. And I like it because I really really like the show. I appreciate the creators, so it's behind the scenes stuff. I'm always down for that. They sit there in a room and watch it together, and they'll like pause it and stuff, or if they want to say something. That's a little longer than the scene that they're talking about. They'll just stop it and discuss it for a second and then keep it going.
Could be kind of interesting.
It is. I like it. It's really hard for them to just not sit there and quote their own lines. It's pretty funny to see that. Well, that's a good thing, though. You can tell that they had fun doing it. I still think you're a dick. Did you say you watched Angel?
Long time ago, yeah.
All of it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I just started season 2.
Oh, I thought you were watching Buffy.
I finished it.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah, so we went on to Angel afterwards. Buffy took a long time to get through. There's 7 seasons of that show. But it was good. I liked all of it. Angel's pretty good too. A little different from Buffy, but it's cool. I had no idea that that's the kind of show it was. I thought it was like some like fucking sappy ass love drama. I didn't even know there was like vampires and shit in it.
No, I think like if you liked Buffy, then you probably wouldn't have any issues with Angel.
I was definitely not extremely smart when I as a kid saw the first couple episodes of Buffy, and I'm like, it's not like the movie. I don't like this, so I'm never gonna watch it again.
I mean, I guess if you were expecting the movie,
but
that's
like
different.
As a well, today as an adult, I can be like, oh, okay, it's different, but it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, I'm like, it's different. I hate it. Automatically. Oh, the people. Worship the big obelisk.
Yes.
The technobelisk.
Technobelisk.
It's all techno-y and glowy. How many hours do you have in the Horizon game that you just beat?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Dang.
I don't think a crazy amount. Because
okay.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff left to do.
Cool. I want to get back to it, but I'm kind of like distracted by the other games at this point. And I kind of reached a point at my file where like it's hard to find progress that I can conceivably do because it's really hard on the hardest level.
In Zero Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you're just gonna have to turn it down. It's
not gonna do it.
It gets impossible. Like you'll do it eventually. It's just gonna take you like forever. And I think if you had like all the time in the world, then probably.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm not gonna do it. What difficulty did you beat it at?
It was the one lower than the hardest. Because it got impossible.
So you started on the hardest, right? Okay.
The biggest problem that happens, and I mean I think this is probably all stuff you could like work around, is when fighting very large bosses.
Yeah, you're fucked.
You tend to get stuck, or at least I did.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I did too.
Like you're gonna be under the boss, and then like he's like flipping out, going ape shit, and then you can't see very well because like you're actually trapped under him, and there's like bits and pieces of him all over the place, and then you're just getting like
a whirlwind move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that game could benefit from a lock-on system because I don't think it has one, or like where it automatically moves the camera for you. And that's where I get screwed up a bunch.
Oh, so that's never bothered me. It's just with the part that got particularly annoying was like with the very, very large bosses, like gargantuan bosses.
Okay. Well, so that is a problem too, but like I have a problem with some of the smaller enemies. They'll like be all around me and I have no idea what's coming at me, and I lose the enemies and I'm just like, what the fuck, and then I just shank them from behind.
No. So that's true. Basically if an enemy has seen you and you were like discovered by them, then it's already over.
But with this new game, it makes it so that you have to like not just ambush them, and one-shot kill them, but like you have to shoot things off of them for better items and stuff like that, better loot, more supplies, even like just regular bombs and stuff. You need
that stuff
the special shoot.
Is what takes forever, but yeah.
Do you wind up ever? I don't do this kind of thing where if you can go harvest it from the world, you don't buy it with money. But like,
Wait,
have you
what?
ever done that with
One more time?
So like with the merchants, you can go buy like the resources that you would otherwise have to shoot off of enemies.
Oh.
You do that?
I never had to do that.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I mean, you never technically do because you just go shoot them off of enemies.
Yeah, I usually just went and shot them off.
Okay, good. Because like I can't bring myself to ever do that. Like because money's hard to come by in that game, and like if you just have to work a little bit for the stuff that you need, that's what it's gonna have to be. Because money goes towards upgrades and stuff. Ah! Oh. You can't even tell how much damage you did.
Oh, ow. I thought they were dead.
It would be nice if it told you a total number of damage, like after the combo's done. Because like a lot of times it's so overlaid, you can't even see what it is.
That would be...
It's just like raw damage. I mean, if we're dealing with numbers here, we should be, we should just show the numbers we're dealing with.
Is that something that CJ for?
Seems like maybe. She dead.
Oh.
Your item screen is appallingly tiny.
Yeah.
You got no pockets. Ah, come on. Oh. It can be done.
I think it can.
I don't know.
Ugh.
Huh? Yeah, it looked like you didn't get far enough from the first jump. Ah!
I made it!
Yes. All right.
Now what?
What'd that even do? Ah. Cha-cha.
Hey.
It makes me laugh in God of War when you come across some of the you come across all kinds of treasure chests, but the ones that are just like made of wood, like a old pirate chest kind of thing. He just smashes straight into it through the lid. He doesn't even open it.
What a barbarian.
Right. It's like, dude, you don't need to break it. It probably just pops right open. All the other ones do. It's like, fuck this chest in particular. Also, it's kind of annoying. All the chests are filled with like they're full to the brim with like riches and shit, and he always just grabs like a little bag of something and puts it away, and it's like you've acquired whatever, or like some money, but it's only just a little bit. Yeah, I guess not. Only resources to help us on our journey, boy.
Alright. I think there's more stuff we could do, but let's try to just finish this.
Yes.
I think we're there.
No need to prolong the torture.
Can you check how many of those stamp cards there are?
What should I search? Just total number of stamp cards?
Sure.
Yeah, alright.
Or, like, if it labels them, because, like, this one says it's platinum. So if there's something after platinum.
Just stamp cards itself should work.
Yeah.
Stamp card has 4 tiers: silver, gold, platinum, and black. With each tier requiring a different number of stamps to be completed, with silver and black needing 30, while gold and platinum need a 50 for a total of 160 stamps.
Perfect.
I can't believe there's people here being like, help, I need to get the last 3 stamps on my black card.
Well, I mean,
like,
if you've gone that far. But, I mean, that's like a testament to your sanity.
It's a testament to your insanity, because it's like, clearly it's a bad game. You can't stop because you're crazy.
It must work for some people. Like, I don't quite understand. I wouldn't say it's a game for me.
No, I can't get how they could make a game like this and be like, oh yeah, we're making 3 of these fuckers. What? This game doesn't even have like a fun personality or anything like that. Like, did you ever play any other risky games? I think it's called Risky's Revenge or whatever it is. No, I'm sorry. Shantae, the genie.
Oh,
you know about that?
I know that game, but I haven't played it.
There's one called Risky's Revenge, Shantae, the Risky's Revenge. I played that one. I have it on my PS4 or 5, whatever. And that game's kind of like this. It's got like the similar screen, like map screen, where it's just a bunch of boxes, and you go from box to box. And it's a platformer, more of a platformer than an RPG, but you have to, traverse the place, unlock barriers to get more areas and stuff like that. Like Metroid Light, I guess. But it's a pretty easy game like this is, but it's got a lot more like personality and character to it. And they made a bunch of those games. I don't see any problem with those. It's just bland.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the quests... like, more is less. Like, just running around the town, talking to people, going from one screen just to go back to the previous screen to complete a quest.
Yeah.
It's like, not very fun.
And these quests are like, I don't care. Nobody cares about this stuff.
A lot of them are very dumb. You're like, I don't care. I mean, like, I'm marginally interested in trying to fix this guy's house so it looks like this, which this seems to be like the final iteration of a house.
My final form.
Yeah. Same with this dude's house.
It's a baller house. I guess that would be nice, but whoop-de-doo.
But then that's like part of the Dark Cloud aspect, where it's like, I like that game.
I never really got into that game. I liked watching you play it, though.
It was fun.
Was the second one as good as the first?
I'm trying to remember. It didn't make as much of an impression, so I'm not sure. But I do remember playing it. I think I was definitely a lot more into the first one.
I remember right, they like changed around one of the mechanics or added something that was like, yeah, what? But I can't remember. Because I wasn't really interested in the game in the first place. Smithy. Speaking of Mario RPG, the Smithy gang.
Yep.
That used to happen here soon too. Would you want to play that, or is it something maybe I should do? I don't know.
Either or. I would definitely be interested in playing it.
Cool. On. Did you play any of the Paper Mario games?
Didn't really get into them. I think I didn't like the kind of animation style. It seemed dumb. But I knew nothing about it other than I was like, this looks dumb. And that's why I didn't play it, which I know that's a stupid reason.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But when I first saw it, I was like, that sounds stupid. Like you, for the first one came out in 64.
Yeah.
And I didn't play it either. But I played 1,000 Year Door, and I think that was a sequel. It came out on the GameCube. It was really good. I didn't finish it though. It was very similar to Mario RPG in the way that they had timed hits and stuff, and they were expanded upon too. It was more than just like the one extra hit or the bounce on one enemy a bunch of times. There's more to it than that. And it was funny.
Hey, that game's gone.
Like how the Mario RPG was funny. They used it. Yay!
Time machine.
The weight is rising. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Ooh, I wonder if we get a release date for the new Castlevania yet. Haven't checked up on that in a while. Definitely excited for it featuring Richter. Although I kind of wish it would be Simon. He's my favorite.
They're all the same to me.
When I first,
aren't they just separated by like several hundred years or something?
They are though, yeah. They're quite a lineage. But Richter was the first what do you call it? Belmont that I knew of besides Simon. So like for the longest time it was just Simon. And when I heard Richter, I'm like, what a fucking dumb ass name.
Oh no.
Richter. That doesn't sound good. Richter? Makes me think of Total Recall.
All the poor Richters out there.
I mean, I'm not knocking the name as a like it's for someone to have, but it doesn't sound like a title character.
Vampire Slayer name.
Yeah, like I don't think Roy the Vampire Slayer sounds very good.
Touche.
So there it is. think Trevor struck me as kind of weird too, because I'm like, you got all these strange names, and then like it's like calling him John. Trevor is a pretty regular name.
How many other ones are there?
The strange. I don't know. Let's find out. There's a Leon Belmont. I remember that. Family tree. Okay. So Leon Belmont was first, I think. This doesn't seem correct. No, this isn't correct. Because Simon was the first one to supposed to have fought Dracula, and this is wrong. What? Okay, I guess they rewrote it. Because yeah, this was originally it was supposed to be Simon was the first to fight him, and then everybody else is after him. But looks like they rewrote it, so we got Leon Belmont in the year 1072 is the first one. Let's see. While the Belmont clan lived a long time before Leon, Leon was the first to wield the Whip of Alchemy, which was later known as the famous vampire killer. The star whip that Trevor uses in the show. So yeah, I guess that was the first time Dracula was fought by the Belmonts, and then Trevor's next in 1476, and then Christopher Belmont, 1576. He was in Castlevania Adventure and Castlevania 2. No, for the Game Boy.
Oh
yeah, Belmont's Revenge. It's Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge for the Game Boy.
Wait, why do the Belmonts need to have revenge?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say. Yeah, I'll look that up later. There's Soleil, or Soleil. I don't know how you say that. I think it's Soleil. Belmont. That was another Game Boy game. And Desmond, Zoe, and Dolores Belmont in 1600. That's Order of the Shadows, Castlevania Order of the Shadows, a mobile game.
Oh man, like the Game Boy games, never played those. The Castlevania ones. Definitely never heard of a Castlevania mobile game.
Yeah, I never heard of that one either, but I knew of the first original Game Boy games for Castlevania, and they were like, old school original Castlevania type games, and then when they got to Game Boy Advance, they started doing like all the Castlevania games were like Symphony of the Night, like Metroidvania type stuff. Okay, and then after that, finally we get Simon Belmont in 1691. The great-grandfather of Christopher Belmont.
There's no more Belmonts after Simon?
No, there is it's Juste, Just Belmont. I don't even know if that's a female name or not.
Hey, what's up,
I can't tell by the art. Hey, what's up?
Eiyuden Chronicle. This is Rising. This came out several months ago.
Yeah, we've been on this game for a while. This is near the end of the game. Okay, so after Just, it's Richter at 1792. Finally.
Not that great. Reinhardt. At least not my style of game. Kind of very repetitive in what you do. But the fights are fun. Very much on the button mashy side, which is kind of fun.
But it's flashy. That's like the best thing it's got going for it. None of the missions or quests or like plot seem important. It's like, I've done all this stuff before when I was a kid.
Like the plot seems a little stitched together, haphazard.
So 1827 is when we were Reinhardt from the Castlevania 64.
Oh, 1827?
Yeah. Decidedly before skeletons could be riding motorcycles, but who cares? And then it's Quincy and John Morris from the Sega Castlevania game, which was really good. I never finished it though.
When did that one take place?
1897 to 1917. I guess it takes place over a period of time. I learned this from one of the Angry Video Game Nerd episodes that John Morris is canonically the descendant of one of the characters from the original Dracula book.
What?
Because he's not a Belmont, he's John Morris.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the characters that you can play as in Castlevania on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, wait, is there any Belmonts in that game? There's John Morris and who?
Yeah, Quincy.
Oh, Quincy.
I guess it's Quincy Belmont. I think. It doesn't actually say if it's a Quincy Belmont, but John Morris is not a Belmont, and he's supposed to be canonically a descendant of a different Morris from the Dracula book. Bram Stoker.
See, I think that's the one I was curious about as well. 100 Heroes.
Say what?
What Kyler's saying.
Oh.
That this game's going to be at least 3 parts. Where there's this rising first iteration of it that's kind of not that great. And then 100 Heroes.
Well, I gotta say, if they're building up to something better than this, they should have built a little faster in the game that we're playing currently. We're almost at the end, and it's like, I don't want to play the next one.
We're basically just struggling to get to the end so we can finish it.
Yeah. Definitely not the worst game. It's not like abhorrent or appalling or anything like that. It's just bland. No, that's the thing about the plot. It's crappy. It's like low stakes. Just going around getting stamps, building up a little village. Eh. Don't you, in the beginning of the game, don't you just show up and you're just like, I'm an adventurer, I'm gonna help people?
Basically,
isn't it just that? Come on now. 100 Heroes is 6 players turn-based. That could be interesting.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I hope that's better. Because after seeing this...
I would wait to see some gameplay videos before you buy that one. And like, I don't know, maybe a couple of reviews, but even. I have. It looks cool. Oh, yeah, that's good. That sounds fun. like fighting games nowadays, if you pull a super move or something, it's like zoom in, boom. Have you seen the stuff with the new Street Fighter game that's coming up, Tyler? I think it looks really weird, like, actually kind of ugly, and it's like some variation of sandbox or open world or something. I don't get it. Whatever. I guess we'll see when it gets here. Icicle lady. Yeah, which I guess Street Fighter, right? I'm kind of having this. I feel like I'm having kind of the same reaction to that as when I first saw, like, in the Mortal Kombat games for PlayStation 2, how you had those game modes where you could run around and talk to people and like get into fights and find treasure chests and stuff. Like, I don't know, man. I just want to play Mortal Kombat. I don't need to be in a village.
Yeah, I was like, that's Sub-Zero game?
That game was weird too. Not a terrible idea on that one, I would say, but it was done very badly, obviously. I know that version of Mortal Kombat on Game Gear. It's it works. It's not the best. It's basically what you could expect from a handheld good game at that time. A handheld version of a good game, that is.
Oh.
The Tekkens on PlayStation, though, they were prime fighting games. Those were good. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 were my jams for a while. Never actually even played any one past that. I never played 3. Or I think there's more than that now. Hell yeah. I mean, I do love a beat 'em up. Those are a lot of fun. You don't really get a whole lot of those anymore in these days. The best one to come out recently was definitely Streets of Rage.
Yeah, I was gonna say Final Fight, but Streets of Rage.
Very closely related. That's a fun game, though. The very first one, it was a great game for the arcade. It like changed the game with beat 'em ups. Because like before we had like slow games like River City Ransom and or I'm sorry, I'm thinking of something different. Like Renegade and what was it called? Double Dragon. They were good games, but they're slower.
But Final Fight did very well, right?
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 total, I think. They did the video game nerd did an episode on them, and it was like the last one in the series. It was some weird ass PlayStation 2 game, and it was terrible. It was like open world, that kind of a 3D like all directions beat 'em up type of game. Not open world, but like the stages were 3D instead of just side scroller. Kind of like the Die Hard game or Dynamite Cop. But not good, because those games were good.
Not good.
Yeah. Kyler, I like games like fighting games that are, without much of a story, and you just fight to unlock more stuff, like better characters or better. One that comes to mind is Capcom versus SNK2. I love that game because there's not a story or anything, but the more you play the game, the more points you get, and you can put them into the customization options that you get, and that's a lot of fun to deal with. Soul Blade, that one's fun. So old that you call it Soul Blade and not Soul Calibur. Because that's the first one, I think. And they like wanted to call it Caliber, if I remember right, but they weren't able to, or something like that. Or maybe it's the other way around, where they wanted to call it Starblade. I mean, not Soul Blade. And they couldn't because of something, and they stopped it. I can't remember.
Something.
I just remember that there was some
Bushido Blade
title.
Yes.
I know you were a fan of that one, Ben.
Bushido Blade was great.
Wait, wasn't that like that top-down one, right? For the PS1?
Top-down?
Oh, Bushido Blade, yeah. Mm-hmm. Was it a top-down? I think I remember that game looked terrible to me.
It was...
Oh, okay, that's not it.
I'm curious what you're thinking of.
I am curious too. I'm gonna try and find it.
A top-down, like, fighting game?
Hang on. Let me look. Alright, this is definitely not what I'm thinking of. So, when you had your, well, I guess you probably still have it. I know what it is. Brave Spencer Musashi.
Oh! That game is awesome! It's not a fighting game, it's an adventure game. But yeah, it is.
It's like hideous. A top-down type of thing.
It did not age well. I remember really, really liking that game, and I wanted to play it like recently, like last 3 years or so. And I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh dear God,
couldn't do it."
It's rough. I mean, it didn't look particularly good, like in the heyday of PlayStation, but it did not age well.
I can only imagine, because I remember when it first came out, I was like, what the fuck? This game looks like garbage. Like, why are you playing it?
Oh, yeah, and then there was like some kind of sequel on PS2 that didn't do very well. Because the OG Brave Fencer Musashi was great. That game was fantastic.
Oh.
I never played the one for PS2 though.
I never played Bushido Blade, but now that I've seen the game, I kind of remember it. Oh, Legend of the Gaia was such a fun game, but that one looks so bad.
That's pretty graphically challenged. That's not good. Gaia, it's definitely one of like my favorite RPGs too. It's really good.
Yeah. We should do that one of these days, because that's one of the games that it's definitely good enough to get around the bad graphics. It's probably going to be more entertaining than not,
you can live with the bad graphics. Like with Brave Fencer Musashi, the problem is like you actually lose the ability to tell what's happening. and I think part of that is
polygons.
We've talked about this. I was like, have we just got accustomed to like phenomenal graphics, or did something change with TV technology where it makes like old shitty games look even shittier? And I really think it's the latter. Where
the game
TVs of the era, like the games were designed to run with those TVs at that time, and it didn't look as bad. It still didn't look great, but it was definitely not as disastrous as it looks like now.
It's 100% exactly that, because I mean the way that CRTs were made, the way CRTs function is that the like the pixels blend together, all the colors, sometimes in a way that make an entirely different shade, and that is completely lost on flat screens. So absolutely, that's part of it.
Yeah, I think if I was to plug in the PlayStation into like a CRT and play Brave Fencer Musashi, it would probably be alright.
Oof.
It would still be ugly, but it would be playable.
I'm there with you there, Kyler. I've seen one or two filters that I'm like, okay, that looks okay. Like I would probably not use it, but I'm not against seeing it. Like our friend Circuitry streams. She hasn't in a while, but she does. She streams old school like Apple II games and Atari ST games, and she uses a CRT filter, and it doesn't seem as distracting as you might think. It does kind of look like it should be. It's not distracting to me anyway. Maybe it would be to you. But like I said, I wouldn't personally use it because it doesn't really. I don't really think I need it. But 100% no contest. If you're playing Nintendo on a CRT, you're playing it the best way to play it. Anything with a RGB or RCA connection. Right, and I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's because the games that she was playing are so simple and like not have a whole lot of color. Like you can't really tell that it's just a bunch of lines across the screen, or maybe it's a good enough CRT filter to do the work and blend the things like it's supposed to, like like a CRT would. I'll have to ask her actually. Maybe. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Well, she's the kind of person that if they do exist, she would definitely figure it out and use that herself, because she's a stickler for that stuff.
There's life in him yet.
Yeah, life in the old boy yet.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Back from the dead, assholes. I played a little bit of that game, and I remember not hating it, but I also didn't finish it. I think I got distracted and just put it down. It was my roommates or something or other. I don't live with them no more.
Is it Lament? What in the world? Lament of Innocence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell. I don't think I want to be with the big blobby hand guy. Ooh. Ooh. I bet that it would benefit from a re-release or remaster, because I did like the idea of it, like being able to free whip, in a big 3D area, like an upgrade to the one that was in the N64 version. Because that one was kind of straightforward. You just kind of whipped straight forward, and you didn't really have any like whirlwind whippy moves or anything like that. It was just the straight whip. And so yeah, like if it's 3D, it should have some variety to that kind of a thing. And I don't know, I can't remember if it didn't really grab me too well, or I just kind of was like distracted. Um, I don't know which one that is, but I never played any of those ones, and I think I remember seeing those ones. They were a little bit like more like behind the shoulder, over the shoulder, or whatever it is, like behind, like third person. Um, kind of like a God of War type of game, I think. And if that's one I'm thinking of, I didn't know that there was like all of the Belmonts in it, or other characters, whatever.
Oh my god, just get wrecked.
Okay, Lords of Shadows, that's the one that I was thinking of. What? There's a 2D Castlevania game for PS3?
Ooh, fascinating.
That's news to me. Harmony of Despair, I am looking it up. You mean Harmony of Dissonance? No, that's not it. There it is.
Oh.
Well, holy shit, this looks awesome. Multiplayer even, shit.
Which one?
Harmony of Despair has multiplayer?
I never heard of that.
I never did either. It looks like a Symphony of the Night type of game.
Hmm.
Or possibly just a left to right type of thing. Huh. The graphics look like they look both good and kind of cheap at the same time. Hard to. I have to watch a video of it to see how they move.
See how they move.
Yeah. Because it's like from what I'm seeing in the screenshots, I'm like, this looks like it could suck, like somewhat, or not suck. I don't want to say that. I mean, just like in the way that this game looks cheaply kind of thrown together graphically, but it also does kind of look good at the same time, like the backgrounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You know what? Nope, I'm wrong. Yeah, this looks awesome. It's perfect. What the hell?
What is it for?
It's for PS3, Xbox 360. Huh. There are some, like, different qualities that I can't really describe that make it seem a little different from, like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. But, oh, yeah, okay. That's different. But it looks like it could be fun. It doesn't look like a typical Castlevania game. I guess that's what I mean to say. There's something, like, like a twist to the gameplay. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks great. Yeah, so yeah, I was right about a little bit of the artwork. It looks a little like thrown together in some aspects. It looks like they took a lot of the assets from Symphony of the Night and threw them into this new game. Maybe tweaked them a little bit, but also like from the stuff that they couldn't get assets from, they just like, I need a bell, and we don't have one that we can use, so let's grab one from clip art.
Oh, clip art.
Throw it on there. Yeah. But it looks like it could be a fun game to like play at like with a party or like a buddy, some co-op. Kill this fucker.
Oh.
Personally, I would really love it if they made a Castlevania 2 remake. The game gets a lot of shit, and it's the first Castlevania game I ever played, and I loved it. And I know there's some weirdnesses, of course, but overall it's got a lot of problems, but it's a lot of fun. and like Tyler said, it's got a great atmosphere.
It's got a lot of problems.
Part of it. It's got a lot of problems. It could be done better. Oh yeah, Kyler asked a good question there. Do your characters not in battle get like auto regen life or anything?
No, they don't.
So the reason to switch is to chain combos and to like also like that you can some of them can double jump, the other one has the long floaty jump, and
yes.
The kangaroo can like move bigger objects.
Yep.
So
the idea is like you're supposed to kind of both use their offensive and defensive maneuvers at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Eat my shit. Fuck you. Tyler, have you played Lunar? It's probably the next game we're playing. Lunar 2, to be precise. Yeah, that's what we're playing.
Oh god, get out of there.
The main thing I remember about the Lunar is it's got a lot of fun anime cutscenes, and the turn-based combat is a lot of fun. The talking cat is there. Yeah, and it's a good twist on
talking cat.
This is a good twist on standard turn-based fighting, because like there's a little bit of movement in the battlefield. Like you can like the placement of your characters is something that matters. And then also I like the script of the NPCs. I remember one of them in particular straight up steals a line from Star Wars.
What was that?
Oh, it was in one of the first towns that you go into, they like warn you not to go into one of the certain taverns because it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's like, oh damn, I was straight lifted from Star Wars. But it's that typical early 90s anime fun. Really well made. And I've never beat it. I played a little bit of it a couple times, but I never finished. And I know Ben's finished it before. Did you, when you beat it, did you do the whole completionist thing? Did you get everything?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Well, it must be done again.
That, I don't know. We'll be able to do that.
Unnurdle's work is never done.
What does it do?
Oh boy.
Get that rock away from me.
I don't like it. Get out from under the rock. Yeah, fuck you. I wonder if they'll ever remake the first Legend of Zelda.
Oh man.
I don't know if it's like worth doing though. Because it's like a really good looking game even today, in my opinion. Like, there's nothing really wrong with it. I mean, maybe there's like some glitches here or there that you can fix up, but it's kind of like a perfect game.
I don't even.
Yeah?
Because, like, how would they remake? What would they change?
Well, so if they... remember how I said I wanted to get the Link's Awakening remake? And you were like, I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah.
You said you did.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a bit of a Pro Jared playthrough of it, and I'm like, oh my god, it actually is terrible. Like, it's just way too cute.
Way too cute.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, geez, no thanks. Because I did want to get it at one point, because it's a good game. But yeah, like, I don't really like the I could live with the art direction, but the voice acting for it too is it makes it just too much. I definitely beat Ocarina of Time a bunch, Kyler. I beat one. I beat both quests of one, and I beat two. And I'm considering doing a stream of two because I've been wanting to play it again. Ocarina of Time, I would say, if you weren't a fan of Zelda beforehand, but you liked Ocarina of Time, it was a really revolutionary title. Like it really kind of cemented the 3D battle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like the first game to really do that well. So maybe that's part of it.
Where do those people fall from?
Ah!
Really
hurts. From his good gelatinous mass. Oh boy.
It really hurts so much damage.
You go to the dungeons to get items to help you traverse the land to get all the. Also, you have to get the Triforce. You have to collect the Triforce to be able to face Ganon. You can't have the power to hope to beat him without the Triforce. That's basically the same reason that you go to the temples in all the other games too. Is you get a a weapon to help you traverse the lands, or help you to fight enemies or whatever, and then you also get a thing that is like part of a collection of stuff that you need to be able to get to the end of the game. Yeah, the first one gives you 0 direction. The second one gives you direction, though. There's people that talk to you, and you can like talk to town members. They give you hints on where to go next, and it's all pretty linear.
Oh.
Actually, nowadays the Zelda games give you every one of them gives you way more direction than the first one did. Breath of the Wild even gives you some direction, but not much. I'll agree to that. But I do know that they were intending to make Breath of the Wild much less direction heavy, like the first game, and they tried to do that anyhow. That was the idea of it, and I mean, at the very beginning, there's story there, so they didn't exactly do what they said they were, but it is a lot more up to you to decide where to go. Ocarina of Time did have some good story, that's for sure. A lot more cinematic and stuff. That was another thing I think was the whole cinematic aspect to it. I remember the first opening cutscene was super impressive. I think Four Swords was mainly just a multiplayer, fun kind of party game. I don't think that one was supposed to have any kind of plot. It's a sort of sequel. Yeah, you play as the same young Link that you do in the first one, Ocarina of Time. And it's the same graphic engine, same assets. But it's a really weird story. And kind of a unique Zelda title with this weird not day-night system, more of a the whole story takes over and takes place in the course of like 2 or 3 days, I think, and you spend the entire game redoing those 3 days and like getting all your shit together within those 3 days, so there's like this weird time limit that you're dealing with. So like if you let it go too long without warping back to the beginning of the timeline, you game over, because there's this big moon that's going to hit the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
You should watch the Angry Video Game Nerd episode if you haven't, Kyler. On that episode, on that game, it's a pretty good one, and it explains all the weirdnesses. It's a strangely dark game too. Bunch of weirdness. Oh. How are you supposed to dodge that?
You're just not supposed to let it hit you first. God.
I'm looking at my AirPod battery levels, and I have them both fully charged when I started. It's impressive that they're not even halfway dead yet, but my left one is at 65 and my right one is at 59. But they've been going the same amount of time. I wonder if the right one has a little bit more like electronics in it or something that's, you know, feeding maybe to the left one.
I suppose I could see why you said that the typical level you end at is around 40.
Because you're having problems. You can do it.
I don't.
Oh no. Blocked with what? His body?
Yeah, he's invincible.
No.
Well,
You let me down. Oh. Ah. Tyler's giving you tips. He knows the tips and tricks.
yeah, he can only damage the body on top, yeah. He eventually comes down, does that little exploding move, and then you can go wail on him. I think you should kill those, like, weird corpses that drop down. Because I think that's what, like, if you leave any of them standing, they'll either explode or trigger some, like, magic spell. That's that thing when you were saying, how are you supposed to dodge that? I think you're supposed to kill them before that can happen.
Oh, let's see. I believe in you. I've watched you beat Sigma a million different times. No different.
I feel like Sigma fights are much cheaper.
They so are, though. Which is why I know you could do this.
There's only one thing to do. Get more stamps.
I'm stamp happy. One sec, I'm gonna grab a beer.
Yeah, the combat in this one is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it really does, though, doesn't it? It's very, very, like, we've done this before. I've been here. No, I have not played Dust. Have you been?
Mm-mm.
I remember seeing it on the store, but I haven't really looked into it. I'm currently being tortured by the sale on Cyberpunk 2077 for PS5 because I bought it. I think nearly full price on Steam, and then I realized my PC wasn't up to snuff, and so I didn't really get to play it on that because it would just like start screaming the fan. And it was kind of like buggy anyway. So and then I stopped using a PC. I switched to Mac, and it's not compatible with the Mac version of Steam yet. Maybe it will be one day, but I know it runs just fine on PS5, and it's like $25 right now instead of like 60.
Do it.
So I'm like, PCs in general, I think, are barely alive. Kyler. Like, I mean, well, okay, towers. Let's just say that. I think towers are dead, which my PC was. It is. I still have it. It's just in the closet now.
Dude, the toaster size thing that I built, I love that.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's probably pretty much the future of PCs for now. 2 inches of dust. Oh no. Throw some duct tape on it.
Yep.
But yeah, of the little that I did play of Cyberpunk on my PC, it was clearly a really friggin' very detailed game. Lots of things you can do.
None of the case fans work.
Dude, Kyler, you need to take your PC to the friggin' hospital. No. Mine's in bad shape too, though. Definitely. Like the fan needs replacement. I'm pretty sure the RAM is. I mean, I don't know if the RAM is bad or going bad or anything like that, but it's definitely in need of more if it's gonna be playing like Cyberpunk anyhow. Yeah.
How much RAM does it have?
I think it was just 16.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just get a new one, Tyler. $32 gigs is good though.
Not
Can't complain with that. I would like to have 32 gigs. I will say though that having 16 gigs in my MacBook here is more than enough, it seems like. Although, I mean, if I had the money, I definitely would have sprung for 32 gigs. It's just entirely unnecessary, which is cool. I like it. That's a very x86 way of thinking.
What do you say?
I used to use Firefox for having. I used to use Firefox and it kept having a memory leak, so I solved it by overloading on RAM.
Oh, yeah, it's based. That's the reason why I have 64 gigs of RAM. Purely for memory leaks.
That's too fucking funny, dude.
They're like, yeah, go ahead, leak through 64 gigs of RAM. Have fun.
Just like a garbage bin. Oh, that's good. That's sweet. That's sweet, dude.
This fight's going significantly worse.
Yup. Oh, yeah, group attack. I feel like if Circuitry would have heard what we were just talking about, she would have actually died laughing. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I was thinking about for my PC too. Like, do I just get a new PC, or if I want to like keep that one going, I think I need a new motherboard. Honestly, it would be nice to be able to maybe though. I mean, because like it's running at like 5 point something gigahertz, so it's not like the processor's slow. I don't know.
But I mean, if you're changing that stuff,
I don't know what to do with that thing. Hey, nice. Yeah, see, that's what I wasn't able to achieve with these newer games. So I bought this PC in like 2015, 16, and it was a middle of the road gaming PC, so it had some pretty good power to it, but not crazy. And like it could handle all of the new games up until about the Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 2. And that was like the first game that I was not able to run on the best settings. And then Horizon comes out and Cyberpunk, and it's like, wow, this system is struggling. You need to upgrade your HDMI cable? What's wrong with the one that you have? Haven't we been on HDMI 2 for a while now? That sucks. Did HDMI 2 come out? So we're on 2.1? Yeah. So 2.1 is what you need, I think. And it's been out since 2017. Yeah, definitely need to get yourself a new one. I don't think even any of mine are the old school ones anymore. And I don't even know how many HTML fails I have. They'll just like congregate in my room somehow. Oh man. Well, I mean, I guess I've had mine for quite a while now too. That's like seven going on 8 years. But I've retired mine now. So it's done. Maybe one day it'll rise from the grave. I have been itching to play some Rocksmith though, so like I might figure something out to just like put it on crutches. Altered Beast. Rise from your grave. Nice, dude. Love that. Altered Beast is a good game.
Altered Beast, that game's crazy.
Yeah. I was trying to beat it when I was working at the arcade. I would just sit behind the desk and play it on Sega. Oh boy. Oh, bitch.
God, I just got wrecked by that thing.
Not too bad that there's no. I mean, this is like a long ago lost thing that can't be happening anymore unless you have the physical release of it. But like, I wish that I could like let you borrow my digital copy of a game for a while or something.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, because like I think that you would like this game called Iconoclast. If you can get it on Switch, I have it on Switch. And it's like a Metroid type of game, but it's really puzzle based. For the most part. There's also like side scrolling combat and stuff, but it's a really good game. It's got a pretty good story, and it's really colorful, and it's got a good soundtrack and shit too.
Interesting.
Tyler says, yeah, those dudes are causing the spells.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got Legion. Hit him in his weak spot.
Because usually, if you don't kill those guys, they seem to cause a lot of problems afterwards.
At least those platforms help you block stuff.
You also get kind of shit like that happens.
Jeez. Got tiny inventory spray is really fucking you up.
It's definitely not helping. Oh, Jesus.
Also the fireballs and stuff. Do the heals revive down characters, or do you have to spend an actual revive item?
No, they do.
Okay.
But yeah, having a non-microscopic inventory and better healing items would definitely help a lot.
Are there better healing items that you can like work to afford or something?
Not that I can buy yet, but
is there any way to swap in, like, if you did swap in the kangaroo to like help block? Would that be a thing? Like
from some those projectiles you can't block those, but
okay,
normally
maybe those ones. Okay.
I don't know if you could block like the dudes from falling on you.
Okay. Tyler says would save the heals for when double jump guy goes down. Sorry, just use whoever for the killing small guys.
Oh. Oh.
Rat guy dies, it doesn't seem to matter. Well, at least there's a fucking challenge happening here, I guess. For once. You're almost there. Tuck it in.
See, it's kind of like once one thing goes bad, then it all goes bad.
Cascade.
Yeah.
Good lord. Alright. Oh. Damn it.
Yeah, like as soon as CJ's dead, then it's kind of all over.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. No one else can get up there, huh?
Well, you don't necessarily need to get up there. You can kind of just like jump up here and, well, not with her, and sort of get him.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's it.
You were so close. Well, I guess you gotta protect CJ at all costs.
CJ's the main business.
MVP. Main business.
Better heal items would help. Sucking less would also help. But yeah.
It would. Tyler says to to swap to CJ when the boss is charging,
Mm-hmm.
and then only heal her if she goes down, which that might work.
It would work, but I play best as CJ, which is less than ideal.
What?
I play best as CJ, so playing as any of these two others, will just get
Stragglers.
even more destroyed.
Yeah. Oh jeez. This muted trumpet in the music makes me wish that I still played trumpet. I never used the mute, but I like them.
I know that there's at least one more upgrade to the stove bag because we have like another row down there. That would help immensely.
It would.
So,
Kyler asks if the heals revive everyone.
Yeah.
Cool. Proceed.
Because usually the best thing to do would be, like, let's say CJ goes down, or Guru goes down, or Isha goes down. Just wait until almost everyone's dead and then revive them.
Think that'll do it?
With better items, yeah. Because the heals that I could buy only heal like a little bit at the moment. So I think there's additional upgrades that you can get there.
Well, you're pretty close the first time, or the last time. So it's very possible you could just pull it off with skill alone.
I think if the fight with that assassin guy was
didn't go as bad. Yeah. It does suck that you can barely touch the boss with one specific enemy down, or one of your characters down.
Yeah, well,
the other two are useless.
Yeah, they're useless at that point.
She's the main character, I got it, but
like Isha would actually probably be pretty good because when all those guys fall down, they tend to be on the ground, and then if you do that charged ice shot, it'll just go through everybody.
Yeah.
But it usually takes her a moment to charge it, and by that point you get hit by just whatever. Either another enemy falling on you or those little orbs.
Sounds like a get good situation.
That's basically, there's one solution to that, and it's to get good.
It is. It's her charged ice shot, the only spell that she knows. Ben?
Sorry, what?
Is Isha's charged ice shot the only spell she has?
She can get other ones. But
Or she can get them?
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah. No. Hey. Oh yeah, you got the little zippy needles.
Yeah, this guy's so slow though.
Well, fantastic. Not going that great, is it?
I think that one time that it went very well was just an anomaly.
Oh no.
I think he was broken.
Maybe you could hope for that again. You just start it over. I don't know.
It's kind of getting him stuck in the combos tends to sort of confuse his AI.
Mm.
And there was kind of a way to freeze him that's happened sort of randomly. I don't know if it's something that Isha does, but you probably noticed like a couple times he would freeze, like once per fight.
Yeah.
So I think if you could do that more often. I mean, it's probably just hitting him a lot with ice.
Oh. What a concept.
Yeah. That's probably why he froze when like Isha's wailing on him. But then he's stationary for a good bit, and you can really unload.
What happens in the God of War remake? Right? Your first weapon, your axe is ice based. So like if you hit an enemy a bunch of times, it gets all frosty. Move slower. I wonder if James Rolfe would be pleased to know that people are rolling joints off of his book. I've seen, you know, when he did that podcast a little while? He stopped doing it, but they have one episode where they talk about all their drug stories. It's pretty
cool.
Yeah. He talked about how he tried weed a few times and he was like, I don't really like it. It doesn't do much for me. He did tell a story about one of the times that he got stoned and he got the munchies like extremely hard. And he ended up having to, I think he said he had to either at least just walk to his parents' house or maybe even break in to his parents' house, and then he like just ate a can of green beans straight from the can.
God.
Yeah. That's some losing yourself munchies. We're thinking it's probably the final boss fight. There's never been a fight like this before.
Yeah, this is definitely unique, and this is some of the last boss stuff.
Yeah. All the other bosses before this have not been anywhere near as this. Frozen burritos or tortilla pizza? I know frozen burritos are pretty good, and sometimes they're pretty good, but sometimes they're pretty bad. Never had a tortilla pizza. Doesn't sound terrible though. I remember in high school I used to I'm still a big fan of bagel bites.
Oh man.
Love them bagel bites, but as a teenager I would make my own actual bagel pizzas, much in the same style of bagel bites, because I'm like, I just make them bigger.
Alright,
why not?
I gotta get smart about this.
Sounds pretty good, Tyler. I'll try that one day. SMRT mode engage. Bird.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Too slow. Switching.
Stay on target.
Suck less. God, those guys falling on me is horrifying.
Wow.
I want to be up there. I want to understand like where they're coming from.
You're dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Tyler says gotta watch for that charge up and swap to double jump right away.
Yes. That is correct.
You're like, I'm aware. You just gotta do it.
Oh.
Oh, lay the fuck smack on him. I think this. What? Go ahead.
Oh, ow.
Jesus.
He also takes
Combo.
freakish amounts of damage for some reason.
I think it's kind of lazy that they say it's a block when you hit him and it doesn't do any damage, because it's blocking is an active thing that you do. He's just getting hit and not being hurt. He's immune. Lies.
Plop.
Jeez, that gets you like every time.
He's quite large.
The sword things on the right. I don't know. I think it's just count how many times you chain it,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yay, dodge. I imagine so. I'm not entirely sure of it, but you get some kind of a bonus if you fill all the swords, yeah.
Oh, no. I think you just do a whole bunch of damage.
Oh, okay. Oh. Can't argue with that. Nice.
Ow. God. Oops. Did you see that?
I saw it. You got straight booked up.
Just juggled.
Oh, I didn't notice. Did Kyler asked if you froze for a little bit because it looked like he turned a little bluer, like light blue. maybe when you're hitting him with Aisha?
Oh, there are sometimes he has different status effects that mess you up. And one of the ones that he had was like it freezes you.
Oh, so he's turning blue because he's more deadly to you.
Oh no, sorry, I misunderstood. I don't know why he would have turned blue.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well, you killed him. But yeah, he did turn a little bluer.
They're usually... Maybe it doesn't happen
Good
with him,
work.
but in most bosses you can kind of like knock him down and then like wail on them, so maybe there's something you can do here as well.
Well, oh well, he's dead. The sigil will live! Blah 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 blah. You die now. Yeah, fuck you. Everybody do a Kamehameha.
I'm melting!
Now watch a speed run to see how much easier it would have been. Oh no. I know what to do. Smack it. The Gimli approach. Ugh. Onward to the sequel. Whee!
Or to the real game, whatever that's supposed to be.
Mayor Isha. Did they plan on doing a sequel to that one though? Because like, it's just so weird to me that they're like, this is gonna be a trilogy, you guys, and number one's a stinker.
I thought it was so strange because I think when I saw some of the initial art for it, it was what I think is supposed to be 100 Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And it
did it look
to Kyler's point, it definitely sort of made me think of Suikoden.
Oh. This guy. Oh, the same team is working on this game or this trilogy. Eesh. They seem like they're a little rusty.
Hmm.
um, kind of like with I Am Setsuna, a lot of the same people who worked on that worked on um, Chrono Trigger,
Yep.
and a lot of the gameplay elements from Chrono Trigger are in Setsuna and
Xenosaga.
Xenosaga. There you
Yep.
go. Ahem. Wrap this up. Oh, I didn't know that. Most of the Chrono team left Square with the Xenogears team.
Hmm.
Whoa. I didn't know that at all. That's cool.
I'm kind of
Sure
curious where all
is,
those
yeah.
people ended up.
Mhm.
Freelance.
Oh, to Monolith, okay.
Mm-hmm. Monolith Soft.
Yeah. Oh, thank fuck. Rolling credits.
Well, you know I'm gonna get 100 Heroes when it comes out. But if it starts anything like this, we're like, nope, we're gonna put it on the back burner.
Okay. Oh god. At least I don't have to buy it.
Yup, I second that.
Dude. Mm-hmm. They're up there. I've been itching to play some Chrono Trigger again recently too. It would be a good one to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually was streaming it when I first started streaming. When we first started doing this, I started a Chrono Trigger stream, but then like my save file got jacked up. Can't remember what happened, but I was like, oh fuck this.
Were you playing it on SNES on emulator?
Emulator. Yeah, I think I was using the save file feature like the in the game, but then I was also after saving I would use a save state to save it twice basically,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it messed up where I loaded the save state instead of um, loading it through the save file, and something screwed up. It was like 2 hours, 3 hours, like lost.
Ugh. Well, we could play Chrono Trigger after Lunar.
Sure, those are undeniably great games.
I think I remember Lunar being like decently challenging, like old school turn-based
Mm-hmm.
RPGs.
Yeah, there's definitely some grinding that you need to do every once in a while, not just go from plot point to plot point, which I am cool with that. I do like grindy stuff every once in a while, just not like grind for a whole day to be able to get to the next plot thing. That's a little much.
Usually, that's not
Yeah. Dragon Quest is one of the ones that I have not gotten into, but I do want to. I played Dragon Warrior. That's probably the first RPG I ever played as a kid was Dragon Warrior. But just that one. That was it. And I mean, I'm a big fan of Akira Toriyama, so like I would like to get into that world a little bit more. Dragon Quest 8. Yeah, I think when I do get into it, I'm just gonna jump on whatever is current. You failed. Oh, Hurstwine failed. Number one is the only one I have any experience with, like I said, and good lord, it is some rough proto RPG stuff. It looks very old because it is very old. It's like I think it came out a year after I was born. Yeah, I think Dragon Warrior is 85. I think we'll see. '86. So I was 2. Like, dude, you have to select in a menu to go downstairs or to open up a treasure chest. You have to stand on the tile of the stair or next to the treasure chest, and then in a menu select stairs or take or search or whatever, like, to open the chest. You can't just like push the button or walk to the stairs and it works. It's like super tedious.
Oh, sure.
No. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I mean, honestly, it wasn't particularly hard of a game.
No.
But I wonder...
I don't think a hard mode would make it better, though. Or more engaging.
No.
Like, the plot still sucks.
It does.
Oh, I did hear about that. Where did I hear that, though?
Oh, wow.
Recently.
100% crit rate. That's so cool.
Yep.
100% drop rate.
Carly just figured out that CJ's a girl.
Oh, yeah, CJ's a girl. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Guru's actually a dog. No, kidding.
Jesse.
Not in the new one. She definitely looks like a girl.
Oh, so you could just beat the game.
I did just reach the game, or the point of the game, where Jesse and Wedge, no, Biggs, no, Wedge, yeah, that's right, dies.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which is which, but, you know, the skinnier one. Both him and Jesse died. And I'm like, no, they're so cool. Biggs is the small one. Of course. Even though both of their names feel like could be used for a fat guy. Biggs, Wedge, and Porkins.
Good old Porkins. It's my favorite.
You need to finish it so we can... Oh, there's more to their deaths that you find out deeper in the game. Wouldn't be surprised, but that's cool. What are you doing now?
Nothing. We're essentially done. I mean, okay, honestly, good. I'll probably play through this and get the rest of the stamps at some point.
You're sad. You're sick, man. You're sick.
It's a problem. I have to do it.
Gotta get them stamps, man.
I have to finish everything in the game.
Or like 2, 3 in the morning thinking about them stamps.
Must get stamps. I can't work. Stamps.
Oh god.
Oh, but yeah, thank God this is done. We'll start Lunar 2 next stream.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I don't have to work on Sunday. I'm gonna actually look. I'll be able to find out.
I'm gonna have to find the game somewhere.
Yeah, I don't work on Sundays, so we can definitely do that.
Perfect.
Excellente. But yeah, Kyler, hopefully we'll be able to catch you after I finally beat the remaster. It's a little bit on the back burner for me right now because I'm distracted by God of War and Need for Speed. But it'll get done eventually. Jumping fool. I guess we're done. Ben's got nothing left.
That's it. Glad to have this monkey off my back.
I'm done here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that.
Excellent.
Thanks for joining us, Kyler. We'll see you hopefully next Sunday. If not, we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, till next week.
Yeah. Lunar ho!
Yes.